Hello, I'm taking part in the Share Your Shakespeare campaign, in which people are encouraged to share a bit of poetry or a reading from one of Shakespeare's plays. And so I've decided to dig out my ancient copy of the complete works of Shakespeare, which I've had since university days, and share with you three sonnets. The sonnets in question are number 29, number 81, and number 123. I'm going for number 29 first, do them in chronological order, or numerical order, I'm not sure which that would be. With number 29, I'm choosing this because I heard it read as an voiceover rather to a TV show back in, what was it, the 80s, I think it was, read by an American actor called Ron Perlman, who is still going strong and enjoying the fruits of fame. He has a wonderful throaty voice to read this with, and it is rather a lovely poem, and I can relate to it in a lot of ways. So, sonnet number 29. When, in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him, with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy contented least. Yet in these thoughts myself almost despising, haply I think on thee. And then my state like to the lark at break of day, arising from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate, for thy sweet love remembered such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings. I rather like that one. So moving on to sonnet 81. This is a rather bleaker, more gruesome sonnet, which seems to match world events at the moment, and something that perhaps a lot of people will be kind of experiencing in Britain and other countries too at the moment. So sonnet 81. Or shall I live your epitaph to make, or you survive when I in earth am rotten? From hence your memory death cannot take, although in me each part will be forgotten. Your name hence immortal life shall have, though I, once gone, to all the world must die. The earth can yield me but a common grave. When you, entombed in men's eyes, shall lie, your monument shall be my gentle verse, which eyes not yet created shall o'erread, and tongues to be your being shall rehearse. When all the breathers of this world are dead, you still shall live. Such virtue hath my pen, where breath most breathes, even in the mouths of men. We live on through the power of word. And he was right, of course. The power of prophecy there for Shakespeare, that his words would go on being remembered century upon century upon century, when all of his current generation were long since gone. And the last one, sonnet 123, I like because it puts me in mind of a certain Time Lord and his time machine, his TARDIS whizzing through space. And I wonder if the Doctor might not perhaps have inspired this back when he met, of course, Shakespeare on a couple of occasions. 1, 2, 3. No, time, thou shalt not boast that I do change. Thy pyramids built up with newer might to me are nothing novel, nothing strange. They are but dressings of a former sight. Our dates are brief, and therefore we admire what thou dost foist upon us that is old, and rather make them born to our desire than think that we before have heard them told. Thy registers and thee I both defy, not wondering at the present nor the past, for thy faith and what we see doth lie, made more or less by thy continual haste. This I do vow, and this shall ever be, I will be true, despite thy scythe and thee. Thank you, and thank you to Shakespeare.